Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, depending on when you're watching this. How's it going, guys? First off, I hope you're having a good day today. Hope your day is going well and hope it continues to go well. I'm still editing the reaction to 21 Pilots Vessel live stream yesterday. That's going to be a bit, but I do want to give you something in the meantime, which is analyzing possible lore things from the live stream yesterday. We're going to start off with the biggest one of all, the idea of a new song, I'm Not Home. Odds are you've probably seen it on the internet, on this channel, on other channels, on Reddit, on Twitter, on Discord. It has been blowing up. And in case you don't know where that is in the stream, it's at the 2-hour, 19-minute mark when Tyler's doing Demo Dive Part 2. He's in a Demo Dive folder, as you see on his desktop. And then in the folders is Doubt, Fake You Out Guns for Hands, Ode to Sleep, and Trees. And inside you can see the contents of each folder. We'll at least here's some doubts. You have the logic file, audio files, bounces, and then every other file here. But there's a file called I'm Not Home.wav. Or WAV, as we say in the audio world. And you can see right next to it that it's an individual thing. There is no folder associated with it. And if you try to open a WAV file in your computer, it will just be audio of whatever it is. So for instance, this one, it's just guitar for me. If I try to open that in my computer's chosen thing to play audio, that can be QuickTime, that could be at Microsoft. For me, it's just Apple Music. Plays constants at the top, but it just loads whatever audio file you have selected in there. Apparently this one has nothing. And if you open a logic file, it will just take you right to the session. So the WAV file means completed song, right? Not necessarily. So basically, the WAV file export is the standard in music industry. Why not MP3? MP3 compresses everything together and sounds super, super gross. If you've ever been somewhere where the audio recording of your favorite song doesn't sound good, odds are they're playing an MP3 file rather than an MP4 or a WAV file. I need coffee. This is better. And WAV files don't compress. If they do, it compresses a little bit. But the WAV file is the standard to send anyone music in the music industry, especially send it to someone who doesn't have the same software that you have. So if I were to export the Logic session over to, let's say, Tyler, he can open up just fine, unless there is one plugin he doesn't have, then I would send over the WAV file. If I'm sending over to my buddy Dave, who doesn't have Logic, he uses another audio software, I would send a WAV file. It is an industry standard of sending information, including demos. For example, this song I open here, it's a demo. It's not done. However, I can still export it as a WAV file. So it could possibly be that this thing we saw on Tyler's computer was a Vessel era demo, like another song they're writing that just didn't make the cut, or it could be a demo of a new song we are getting. It's one of the things we don't know. But I just wanted to clarify that WAV does not mean completed project. Technically, yes, however, but the more misconception I've seen is that WAV does not equal demo. WAV can absolutely equal demo 100%. And until they release something we won't know, part of me really thinks that this is a Vessel Regional at Best era demo of a song, or possibly a working title to another song that Tyler just deleted the project off of his computer, because that does happen. I remember an interview where Tyler said he would delete a lot of stuff, like a lot of these projects, off of his computer. So that could just be a leftover thing from the Vessel era. Could be just the working title to the Run and Go, because I'm Not Home kind of makes sense in terms of the Run and Go, or Bounce Man, or something else. And now we talk about Josh's kick drum that he brought in the very end of the set when they were teasing the new song. That turned out to be nothing. Thanks, Tyler. But people were freaking out over the drum set. And I've seen this in YouTube comment section, I've seen this in Discord, I've seen this on Twitter, that this is a purple Psy. Well, personally to me, it looks very dark blue. And that could be the lighting that everything's at, because it's Tyler's house. It's not that well lit, and the drum is kind of in a shadow where Josh is holding it. So to me, this looks very, very dark blue. And if the lighting in here was a bit better, like specifically that angle, I think that the blue would show more. But people do think this is a purple Psy. However, I personally think we're leaving the Psy logo behind us, leaving this Psy era, because, as I said, that concludes Psy, so it doesn't make sense to keep the Psy logo for the next album cycle. And we can confirm that this drum is not a blue Psy because, as pointed out by Chemical in the Jalen Edison Music Discord, this particular drum set Josh brought in was used in the live stream experience during Saturday. Look, there it is, and look, it is blue and off center. Oh, that's gonna bother me now. So the kick drum is confirmed blue and off center, which annoys me. The most obvious piece of lore they talked about yesterday was explaining the title behind Vessel in the most morbid, a kind of morbid way, when talking about like bringing their grandpas and like the purpose of bringing their grandpas. And it got weirdly morbid. I didn't think it would be, but explaining that we are all just vessels. We're all vessels that will be gone one day, which is why what they were trying to show with them standing behind their grandpas in these skeleton costumes. And, of course, in Dema lore, we do know this because bishops can take control of empty vessels, aka bodies, and seize them and use for Dema purposes, with Tyler being the exception, where he is an alive vessel that can be used for Dema purposes, and the bishops can take him over using Ned's horns and other doobly-doos, which is what we see Keon's used for Trash the Dragon, what we see Tyler used for Keon's at the very end of the Outside music video. Other than that, I couldn't find much else. I went through the entire stream and looked at every possible angle they did, looking for anything hidden. Because like I said, last time on Twitch, they had Trash the Dragon in the background, then we had the size propaganda thing, which hidden in one of the presents. And honestly, I couldn't find anything. Like, there's these cool Spotify plaques they have in the background. This egg thing up here is weird. That could possibly be something. I don't think. However, if this egg thing is, you're having this on camera, I called it. But there's this table. Nothing's on there except for the vessel cover, which is holographic and looks super cool. You have all the Red Bulls, which they spent some time talking about. Maybe the next album animal is a bull. And you just get Red Bull on Tyler's side. Josh's weird 21 Pilots shirt implants on his side. And nothing's in the kitchen with Ma Ark. Nothing's in the kitchen that we know of, except for this Behringer X32 and a monitor behind him. If anything, Tyler frequently does have a red light on him, but then again, his vessel where the era colors were blue and red. I've seen people say the intro to Baking was a clue for something, such as a possible anagram like to Brain King or to King Brain. And I've heard people say that what they've played at the end was an intro to Baking, which will be the next album. But while Josh is going ham, Tyler is just strumming ever so softly on that ukulele that does not match what Josh is playing. So I don't think it's that, and I'm still going to analyze the stream because that's just what I do, but I run out of time on my phone, so that's it. I'll see you all later for this reaction thing when I get it done. Goodbye, and more importantly, have a good day, and I'll see you later.